Good morning everyone and especially to you Ma'am Akak. So in this presentation we will learn about assessment in the different phases of instruction and especially what assessment is and why it's important. Plus, we focus on the type of assessment that done before our lesson start. So, my name is Estrella Daphne G and now let's get started. Introduction. We have assessment is key to teaching learning. Second, gives teachers info on student understanding, progress, needs. Third, helps plan instruction, adjust strategies, meet outcomes. Fourth, phase before and during after lesson. Fifth, today focus on introduction and before lesson phase. So first we have assessment is key to teaching learning. So this means it's really important because a student can learn well if teachers don't know how they learn. Second, gives teachers info on student understanding, progress, needs. So through assessment, teacher finds out what student already understand and how much they improve and what else they need to learn. Third, helps plan instruction, adjust strategies, meet outcomes. So this because of these teachers can create better lesson, change their teaching methods if needed and make sure students learn everything they need to do. Last, praise before, during, after and lesson. There are three phases of assessment: before, during, and after a lesson. Today we'll focus on the first one, before the lesson. Now let's go to the main part of my topic, pre-instruction assessment or what we call diagnostic assessment. First, we have done before lesson unit. Second, identifies prior knowledge, skills, strategies, learning gaps. Third, purposes, design suitable lesson, spot issues early, and last, examples, pretest, KWL chart, interview, or observation. First, done before lesson unit. It's done completely before a lesson or unit start. For example, before teaching math about function, we'll do this first. So, seconds, identifies prior knowledge skills, strength learning gaps. So, the goal is for teachers to find out what students already know, what they can do, their strength, and the things they still don't know. We call these learning gaps. And third, purpose, design suitable lesson, spot issue early. This helps teachers create lesson that fit student level and catch problems or wrong ideas before they get worse. And last, example, pretest, KWL chart, interview or observation. Some examples are pretest, KWL chart, what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. Talking to student and watching how they work. So that is for my assigned topic. My co-members will continue the next topic.
Next is assessment after instruction or tinatawag natin na summative assessment. Ang summative assessment ay ginagawa pagkatapos ng lesson, unit o grading period. So dito sinusukat kung gaano na talaga naintindihan ni students ang lesson at kung na-achieve ba nila ang learning outcomes. So ginagamit ang results nito para sa grades at sa pag-report ng performance ng learners. So ano bang purpose nito? Para saan ito? Is to measure mastery of competencies para malaman kung gaano nakamaster ni student ang skills o competencies. Next is to evaluate the effectiveness of the instruction. So, tinitingnan kung effective ba talagang pagtuturo, kung naipasa ba ni teacher yung lesson ng maayos. Next is to provide a final summary of students' learning. So, nagbibigay ito ng final picture kung ano na ang natutunan ng estudyante. So next is to inform decisions about promotion, remediation, or enrichment. So base sa results, malalaman kung ready na ba si student for the next level. So kailangan pa ba ng tulong ni students or pwede na bang bigyan ng mas challenging task? So, here are the examples. So, ito yung mga halimbawa ng summative assessment. So, first, we have the unit test or yung mga final exams ng mga estudyante. Next is the culminating performance task. Then, followed by portfolio, projects, final written reports, and practical or skill demonstrations. So, in conclusion, ang assessment ay hindi siya one-time event. Continuous process siya para mas masupport ang learning ng students. While ang diagnostic assessment naman ay tumutulong para i-plan ang lessons. While ang formative assessment ay pang-monitor habang ongoing pa ang lesson. Next is the summative assessment naman ay pang-check kung na-achieve ba ang learning goals after the instruction.
Good day everyone, I'm Alexis M. Dati and my assigned topic is all about the assessment during instruction or known as formative assessment. So in this lesson talks about how the teachers check student understanding while the lesson is going on. It explains how it is important and how it helps both teachers and students. So now let's define what is assessment during instruction. So assessment during instruction is an ongoing process of checking student learning, help teachers know if the student understand the lesson, used to improve and adjust teaching strategies, happens while the lesson is being taught. So, assessment during instruction means checking student learning while the teacher is teaching. It's help the teacher see if the student understand the topic. By doing this, the teacher can change the lesson or explain again if needed so everyone learns better. So, the purpose of assessment during instruction is to monitor student progress, to identify learning gaps, to support students who need help, to improve teacher decision making. The purpose of this assessment is to monitor how well students are learning. It's help the teachers find who needs more help and fix misunderstandings early. It's help guides the teachers in making better decisions on how to teach the class. So, as types of assessment during instruction. So we have a formative assessment, small checks for learning, diagnostic assessment, checking prior knowledge. So we have informal assessment, simple teacher observations, and lastly, feedback-based assessment. So giving comments and guidance. So there are different types of assessment during the lesson. So formative assessment again checks learning through small activities. Diagnostic assessment checks what student already know. Informal assessment is simply observing student. And lastly, feedback-based assessment help students improve through comments and suggestions from the teachers. So, examples of assessment during instructions. So first, we have asking questions during discussion, short quizzes, group work observation, class activities and participation, and lastly, checking worksheets. So teachers can check learning in many simple ways. They might ask questions, give short quizzes, observe group work. They also check worksheets and classroom activity to see if students understand the lesson. So, why it is important? So, it helps teachers know what students already understand, prevent misunderstanding early, encourage active classroom involvement, supports better learning outcomes, make teaching more effective. So these types of assessment is important because it helps teachers know what the student already understand and what they still need to learn. It prevents confusions, make the class more active and improve learning results. It also helps teachers teach better and support students more effectively. So we have the role and the teacher's role. So observe student carefully, give clear and timely feedback, adjust lesson flow when needed, im- provide support for struggling learners, encourage student reflection. So the teacher plays a big role in assessing during instruction. They observe students give helpful feedback, adjust the lesson when needed, and support those who are struggling. So teachers also guide students to reflect on their own learning. So now, let's proceed to student role. So participate actively, ask questions, accept and use feedback, reflect on their learning progress. So students also have responsibilities. They must participate, ask questions, listen to feedback, and try to improve. They should also reflect on what they understand and what they need to work on. So, in conclusion, assessment during instructions help both teachers and students understand learning better. It guides teachings, it guides teaching, improves learning, and supports success in the classroom.